Oh, so a bit of an update. I know I made the unit animation video a little while back and thought that was the definitive thing, but after yesterday I learned some brand new stuff that I didn't know before, and I figured I was like, I ought to go back and correct my mistakes so that people don't go making units and then thinking, what the hell? So, also pay no mind to this over here. This is an upcoming video, but it's in the works. Don't worry. So, I'm gonna hop back into this guy, our good old Arcane Golem. As we remember, he was pretty epic. However, I did a little bit too much work and also not enough work. I don't need this anymore. We're gonna get rid of that because if we go up to this little thing, this settings up here, we can, and then go to movement step, 2 point. We'll type 50. I don't know why it's always 50. It always works, no matter how slow or fast the unit is going. But yeah, I'll also change their move speed to fast. This won't really affect like how far they go. It just affects how fast they move from point A to point B. And as you can hear, even with just the one step, the thing is bup, 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 which is cool, which is awesome. So that's great. They also have these things, move debris. I'm assuming that move debris is, as they move, it causes like little like particles to go around. I'm not totally sure on that though. I was just looking at past units and just thinking like, okay, this is general ideas and whatnot and so forth. So, and then block chance. I'm gonna go large because it's a large creature. Blood type. I'm gonna look at something real quick. What they did with a past creature. And this is also what I've been doing a lot, is looking at past things that they've made. I'm going to look at this thing, which this thing is fucking badass. Oh, it has no blood type. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. Interesting. No blood type? Perfect. Also, what were those other settings? Fast, offset. Oh, interesting. It is offset. Okay, nice. What is this thing's special? Okay, block. Okay, perfect. I also learned some important things there. That I'll get to soon. Alright. I'm not going to offset the head or the height, which if you're working with flying units, this one is really important because you'll want the flying unit to be like right there, but then it will like put them like right there. So the way to adjust that is you would type in a number, the height offset, 50 to 70 is generally what works, and then it'll pump them up into the sky. But anyways, I'm going to type 60, 20. These aren't always filled in for things, like filled in for, what am I, use words, Cameron. They're not always filled in for some of the units, but some of them are, and so I've been half and halving them, trying to see what's what. Okay, so it's like the effects. So like sometimes when you place a unit down, they have like little particle effects going on around them. A great example of this is I'm going to show off some of the things that I've been making with these. This Spirit Healer, I gave them the vertigo effect. Or, what else am I thinking of? There was another one that I did more recently. This guy, yeah, this Disciple that I gave the lightning catcher effect. We'll go see those in a minute, but for this guy, I think I'm gonna go with what they did before, the Northern Glow effect. We won't be able to see this effect in action because I don't actually have a unit like a unit made of this thing yet, which is a little unfortunate, but we're getting there. And then special animations. So do you remember this cool, awesome animation? So turns out that those aren't immediately set in stone, and you have to add some awesome things. Like, okay, this is where we add block, and yes, a lot of the units have this as their special animation, but you have to purposely add it in, and you can add as many of these things as you want. That's how the special animations work. Like, some of the people, they have archery in there, which is pretty cool. And then because their special is like shooting a bow, it will use the shooting the bow animation, which is their special animation, for archery instead of using their attack animation, which I think archery defaults to using the attack animation, which, I mean, woof. I'm glad I figured all of this stuff out, because that would have been a little embarrassing to suddenly be like, why is the archery not working? It's working for these units. Why isn't it working for these new ones I made? I want to see. I think the like the lightning bolts, magic bolts, all that stuff. I think the bolt stuff defaults to the special animation, but I have yet to check that. Actually, let's do that right now, just in case. Also, I downloaded a new patch. Okay, we'll grab you. What's on this abilities list? Okay, yes, yeah. That's what I thought. The magical bolts and healing default immediately to special animations, but the other does not. But anyways, this is looking pretty good. I mean, I might change this to I don't think we need to change that. I don't think it really does anything. And I've also learned that in the actual, like, if you place these things down at like 15 frames per second, it makes them look kind of weird and glitchy. So I'm going to slow it down to 7, because that way it'll work seamless. And all of the other units had that, and at first I didn't understand, like, oh, why is it at 7? It looks kind of weird. But as I quickly learned as I was placing them all over the map, I was like, oh, that's why. They look kind of weird and glitchy on the actual map, so that's why they use 7 frames per second. And the reason I did it over here is because if I hit generate, I'd have to retype in all the 600 stuff, so 600 stuff for like the special animations and the death animation, and then I'd have to redo this awesome looking preview, and I'm a little lazy, so I think it's, in the long run, it's easier to just change the little frames per second over here, which is what I loved, which is why I knew about it in the first place. But anyways, I believe that is the newfound thing. I think I'm just gonna... Let's see. Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna... Spoilers. I'm gonna quick make a little... No. You're getting a couple tutorials, but I'll get to this tutorial later. I'm just gonna quickly plop them down to see... I'm not even gonna name it. I'm just gonna give it walking so that I can place it down, see its effects, and then always hit the save button. You guys are about to see some crazy stuff right now. So this is my testing ground where I place all of these units to see whether how they look or their effects or whatnot, as well as having placed down some of the leaders, like this one. That's our main character, but we'll get to her in a later video. Alright, let's find a place to put this creature. You. As you can see, there's little particle effects around his feet, which is doing great. Or, with that disciple earlier, he's got little lightning effects, like, blazing off of him. As you can see with some of these placed units, I gotta do some of this stuff. I've offset their height, and see her little vertigo effect at her feet and all that stuff. You have to... The height offset will boost them off the ground despite them being more centered with where the cross meets in the settings. Yeah, I think this is looking good. And you guys get to see a little sneak peek of some of a bunch of the units, so congratulations. I'll get to more of those in another video. But I'm going to get rid of that thing for now. That is all. We have made this thing to be satisfactory, and thank you all for watching. I hope to get the next video out really soon because it's been taking a while. It's been, to just give a little update, it has been me doing animations for all of these units, and that has been really arduous and long, but it'll definitely be worth it in the end. So thank you all. Have patience. This video will be up soon, and the next video I might make like a quick interlude video. I mean, I already showed some of the how units are made basically, but I'll make a quick video delving into that more, and yeah, and then this larger scale video. But I will see you all in the next video.